Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Silverstone International Circuit, where we're going to be running our second moto for our fourth week of HRL Forza Elantra action. We're going through the starting lineup right now on screen. As always, it's going to be the invert from the first moto finishing results. Should be a really interesting Moto 2. Lots of action in Moto 1, and yeah, this track cheesier than I thought. So here we go, going green already for Moto 2, and just like Moto 1, as always, going to be 16 laps here for Moto 2. So going hot into turn 1. Looks like 3 wide already. Whoa, some action there with detail on Roman. Already getting spicy early on through turn 1 of lap number 1. So everybody wasting no time. Let's take a look at a replay of what that looked like, what all that cheesiness looked like. We're at the back of the pack here on board with Luke, and you can see all the cheese in front of us. It looked like Roman got a really good start, and Detail was trying to hold on to his lead, and Blake also with like a big send on the inside, and they all kind of came together already in turn 1 of again of lap 1. So yeah, wasting no time, wasting absolutely no time in this moto before we get to the cheesy action that we tend to see. And this one's going to be interesting too. As you can see, the sun's starting to go down, so it's going to take a little bit. Going to take, I don't remember exactly, maybe a couple laps, but pretty soon here we'll see the track start to get a lot darker. See the lights start to come on, not just for the track, but for the vehicles as well. And obviously going to shake things up. Look at that shot right there, though. So we go back towards the finish line. This time of day is pretty sick, too, actually. Could have just left it here instead of the nighttime action. I don't know. Could have made it a slower transition. This looks pretty awesome. But anyways, rounding out the first lap here shortly. And it looks like we have a battle for the lead to the line at the end of this first lap. Who is going to have it? It's between Opix and Solange, and it was kind of hard to tell because of the angle, but yeah, at the end there, it looks like Solange probably led that first lap, but it was really, really close between Solange and Opix, and Blake is right there in third as well. But yeah, very close to the line. Them already just battling it out as hard as they can, trying to lead early on. Oh, Solange. Oh, wow, that causes a big stack up. Solange goes a little wide on the exit of that corner. Again, causes a huge stack up. It's unfortunate for Solange and Opix. They're both going to lose some ground. And take a look at this. Take a look at this replay of the stack up right there. It was like almost 4 wide for a moment. Blake, especially Blake, but yeah, Blake and Roman really going to benefit from that. But that was another good shot where you could see like it was again, it was basically 4 wide for a moment. Again, one more right here. This time following Blake, and almost Roman wasn't quite close enough. It was 3 wide from the onboard. It kind of looked like 4 wide, but still, either way, just like way closer to 4 wide than you expect to get on this track, right? Like with this track, with the way it is, you don't really expect there to ever be a moment like that at all. And again, we're really, really close to it right there. So exciting stuff early on in Moto 2. And again, the big benefactor of that whole situation is going to be Blake. He was in third and was able to take advantage at the right time. He's going to move into the lead. So leading a lot so far today, and going to be leading even more here early on in Moto 2. See if he can do something different with it than Moto 1. Obviously, Moto 1, he went for that risky tire strategy, and it almost worked out for him to get second place, but Matt was able to get him like literally last lap, last set of turns. And yeah, very close to paying off, but not quite. And as you can see, Roman already making some moves. Looking like he was going to make a big dive on Blake there, but decides to back out of it, trying to play it smart. But Roman does know that if he can get to that lead early, it's a big advantage. So I expect him to keep battling, really aggressively for that position if he can. Meanwhile, Detail, Matt, Luke, and Opix are having a great battle here in the back. This is the entire pack for fourth. Well, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. But yeah, they all want that 4th place. And it looks like, yeah, they're not being nice at all at this point. It's very aggressive early on in Moto 2 to try to get the best track position that you possibly can, because again, these races go by really quickly. They go by really quickly. Yes, it's a 16-lap race, and yes, the lap time on here is, if I can recall correctly, I believe it's about like a minute 10 seconds, roughly, like somewhere around there. So it's a decently long race, like 18 minutes, 19 minutes ish. So it's not like a short race by any means, but that amount of time goes by really, really quickly. And before you know it, like, you can be playing it patient and hanging out in the pack and trying to be easy on your tires and trying to be easy on the other drivers and just try to take your time. And then before you know it, you look in the top right, you look at your lap count, and you're like, oh, there's 4 to go. That's kind of how these races go. They go by way faster than it seems. So again, like, the track position early on in these Moto 2s, like, getting up to the front as quickly as you can is very, very important. If you have the pace, if you're able to. And that's why these Moto 2 starts are so cheesy, and why you see so much, like, aggressive battling and crazy moments in the start of these Moto 2s, is because I think all these drivers are aware of that, right? Like, they all know that. They all know how important it is to try to get out front, and so they're all fighting for it as hard as they possibly can. Unfortunate for Slaunch falling to the back here. It looks like right now it's Slaunch and Matt with a slow start. They are battling for that last place position right now. Opix has gotten back up to 5th. Obviously, he was looking really good early on. Then he kind of fell back, and now he's kind of getting back into it a little bit. And Luke trying to look for a way around detail right now. And again, the drivers that are really enjoying this race right now are Roman and Blake up front. And look at that. Roman actually did take the lead. Take a look at that. Let's see the replay here. Wow, he's way back too. How did Roman take this lead? Just a massive run right there, and a really good turn right there as well. And yeah, he was super far behind Blake, right? Like, entering in to that chicane, he was super far behind Blake. But I got to give Roman credit. I mean, it looks like he kind of nailed it. Looks like he gained a ton of time through that final section, made a clean pass, and was able to take the lead. So a big moment for Roman. How hard does Blake decide to fight this? Well, it looks like he might be going first in there. We'll see. But it looks like we have another replay action just all over the replays here early on in the race. This is for 3rd. Yes, this is Luke trying to get around detail for 3rd. And there you see Blake. And look at that. It looks like Blake actually was able to complete that pass as well. That pass back on Roman. So just too much action going on track right now. And yes, Blake did get back in front of Roman. And it looks like Luke's going to get into 3rd as well here. So, yeah, lots of action going on early on in Moto 2. It's a reason why we need so many replays. There's just too much going on. And it looks like Opix is trying to take advantage of this. Looks like he's caught them as well. And he's trying to work this position as well. And yeah, Slaunch and Matt have fallen way back. Unfortunately, they're going to try to regain best they can in this one. Ooh, Opix going a little too far inside, hitting those orange, like, massive sausage curves on the inside. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those on this track. And they are brutal. That is one of the tricky parts about this track, is that you want to make those inside moves. You want to hit those apexes. You want to get on the rumbles. But the problem is, if you get too far over, you run onto those curbs, and it's not really ideal. It's not really ideal. They can get you airborne a little bit, and they can definitely slow you down and unsettle the car. So it's not ideal. You do not want to make contact with those. So that's a hazard for these drivers to navigate for this entire race. Try to get as close as they can to the insides without hitting those curbs. That being said, you'll see a lot of them don't really care and are just going to slam those anyways. To be fair, if you have a big head of steam and you have a really nice run into a corner, you can probably hit them and be fine and, like, still make the pass. It's definitely something that you can do. You do have to be really careful doing it, though, because, again, like I said, it unsettles the car. And, for example, if you're really close underneath somebody and you make contact with those curbs, it could, like, send you into that driver. And, again, like, they basically get you airborne. So at that point, you're kind of, like, along for the ride. There's not really a whole lot you can do. You're kind of already committed. So it could definitely cause some incidents. So keep an eye out. Like you see, for example, like Roman right there in that corner exit. We saw him get some two-wheel action. Keep an eye out for those curbs on any corner where they're on the inside. Because, yeah, you're going to see some drivers do a better job at trying to avoid them. And some drivers, I swear, just do not care and are just, like, full sending them whenever they can. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. And take a look at this. So Blake has done a good job ever since he got the lead back of holding onto it. And now that we saw Detail was on a different strategy, he went into the pits early. That allows Luke to get around him. And now he's using that clean air to his advantage. He's gotten all the way up to Roman and is trying to make the pass on Roman here. We'll see if he can pull it off. If he can make this pass on Roman, this would be pretty huge, because now he would be in second and, like, hopefully on his way over to the lead. And I think the biggest competition has got to be Matt. Matt had really good pace in Moto 1, but so far in Moto 2, this is not a quick enough start for him. He's going to have to try to put on a really good regain. To be fair, he's not that far back. All this battle action has helped him and Opix out quite a bit. Take a look at the interval. They're not that far behind Roman. They've caught a lot of that time, so they're not out of it yet, but they might still need a little bit of help. Now, thankfully for them, Blake did put up a really good fight in Moto 1 and delayed Luke getting to the lead by a lot. Like, he fought for that lead like really hard, and Blake is the one leading right now. So if he does that again, it's going to open up the door for all these guys to catch back up and to get back involved in that lead battle. They're just going to have to run smoothly right now and try to, stay as close as they possibly can and be ready for that situation to open up. However, let's see if that even goes down, because I think we might have an opportunity here. You can see Luke getting the draft on Blake. Are we going to have a pass opportunity already here? No. I mean, you could definitely see the gainage, though. You could definitely see the gains on that straightaway with that draft, but he wasn't close enough at the start of it for it to amount to anything. There's definitely no opportunity for a pass right there. It would have been a crazy dive bomb. So not able to make that move quite yet. And take a look at the interval there. Opix. So we saw detail on the different strategy. He started off on the soft, so he pitted a bit early. Opix on schedule on mediums, going in for his stop right now. We're pretty used to that. Again, Opix, a lot of the drivers have different preferences, and some of the drivers like kind of switch it up depending on where they're starting and depending on what week it is and what they like for the certain track. Opix he really likes the mediums. We've seen him stick with that pretty much every week. He really likes the mediums. He really likes that strategy. So you can pretty much guarantee, take a look at the interval around halfway through every moto, and you should see Opix going into the pits because he just really prefers that strategy. He seems to be committed to it, and he just sticks to it, and he's stuck with it throughout the season. So it's just definitely something at this point that you can look out for halfway through every race, and damn near guarantee you're going to see him going into the pits. And again, Luke getting a nice draft, but not enough of a run. And Blake is doing a nice job of holding off the lead. Look at this. Roman was catching back up, but he's going into the pits as well. I think he's maybe running mediums as well, but he just decided to go out, stay out an extra lap, maybe. I think he just decided to stay out an extra lap. So trying something there, trying to have better tire wear towards the end, I guess. Oh, wow. Big run right here for Luke. Look at that. Out of the last corner. This might be the pass. And yes, it looks like it's going to be Blake runs him all the way down and is going to chase him all the way back up again. He's going to try to retaliate if he can. He's going to try to keep this fight going as long as he possibly can. And he does have a really nice run here. And let's take a look. He's going to fight around the outside. Luke does make the slight contact with the curb. And Blake, wow, it's honestly a great move. Makes it stick around the outside and is going to keep that battle alive. But now Luke back to the outside again. And these guys are just fighting back and forth. And look at that. Matt right there. He's like within a second. So this is what I was saying. Like, if he could reliably, if Blake could reliably battle like super hard right here. We saw Roman starting to catch up before he went to the pit, and now we see Matt starting to catch up right now on track. Right, he's getting like really close. So this is keeping everything close. And if Blake made this pass easy, Luke could have got around, and that could have been the moto right there with really good pace. But now this is making things interesting. Right, all this fighting is keeping everybody involved, and I think we're going to have a really good race here on the back half of Moto 2. Now, Luke does get the pass done again. Can Blake fight back? Again, earlier he was able to, but right now it looks like he's not going to be able to, right? Look at this. Matt has a massive run. I think Matt might be able to make the pass happen on Blake here. Oh, that was really aggressive. Wow. Blake really aggressively fights back into turn one. He's going to have a horrible exit because of that. And yeah, he's going to lose that spot eventually. That was really close. That could have been way worse. But luckily, everybody able to hold on to it. And the pit window for these guys is coming up really shortly too. So again, a lot of intrigue going into this back half of Moto 2. A lot of questions that need to be answered. And again, I think this was huge. Like, Matt, take a look at this. He's still within a second of Luke. I still think this is manageable, where there still could be a battle at the back half of this moto. So we'll see. It's going to hopefully have a pretty good end of the lap here into the pits to keep things close. And I believe they're going to be pitting. Yes, they're going to be pitting this lap. So here we go. It's going to be a big lap right here. A lot of people pitting. See, take a look at that. Luke going into the pits, Matt going into the pits, Slaunch going into the pits. Interestingly, Blake not going into the pits. Okay, spicy. We'll see how that works out. Blake doing the opposite of what he did in Moto 1. In Moto 1, he went in a bit early to try to spice things up. In Moto 2, he's going to go in a bit late to try to spice things up. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. In both motos, he's doing things just a slight bit different than everybody else to try to, you know, take a gamble, try to make things interesting, and try to possibly find an advantage for himself. Again, I kind of like it, making things interesting here. But take a look at the pit exit. Roman with those fresh tires, will he be able to take the lead back? There's Luke, and take a look at this. Yes, Roman will be able to take the lead back. That is massive. Oh, really close right there. Opix and Matt really close on their pit as well. And it looks like Detail and Slaunch were actually pretty close on their pit exit too. So that's really exciting right there. Battles exiting the pits literally for all of these pairs. Really exciting stuff. And yes, Roman having the lead is absolutely massive. We know he's not going to be an easy pass either. But Luke's already trying to force it around the outside, and he does have the better tires. I believe Roman is on the mediums right here. I believe, well, Luke and Matt and Slaunch are absolutely on the softs, and Blake, when he pits, he'll absolutely be on the softs. Again, I believe Roman is on the mediums. So these guys behind him are going to have the better tire compound, but that doesn't guarantee the pass, right? They're still going to have to try to make this pass work. You see Luke all over the bumper. Definitely going to have that advantage with those softs. And this is bringing Matt back into it. Look at it. Matt's right back to the bumper of Luke right now. So we have a race. And Opix is not too far off either. He's right there too in fourth. So, yeah, really good stuff here at the end of this race. Oh, my God. Big send around the outside for Luke into the grass. Back onto the track. Oh, really close right there. Good awareness from Roman. Take a look at this. This was, I think, unexpected. Luke with a massive run around the outside, maybe a little too much, trying to make those softs work, trying to make a move that would only, well, yeah, it'd only work on the softs, and it almost does stick. Again, you can see, definitely got his left side tires into the grass, and really close re-entry right there with Roman. But Roman is going to have the exit speed. He's going to get the lead back, and take a look at how close this was, too. Fighting so hard, and it's going to be the double doof action on the inside of the sausage curves for Luke. That's going to give Roman the advantage. He's going to take the spot. And now it's going to put Luke back to third. Matt's going to take advantage. He's going to move up to second. And this is just great battle action all the way at the end of this moto. We're going to be coming to 3 to go very shortly. Matt with a massive run. Can Matt take advantage of this? Can he get 2 passes in 1 lap and go all the way up to the lead? It looks like he's probably going to be able to. We're going to be in this long straightaway. Will he be able to complete the pass at the end of it? Will Luke be able to take advantage? Maybe 2. Can Roman go all the way back to third here? It looks like that might be the play. It looks like that might be what happens. Matt absolutely going to take the lead right here. A massive change in fortune. Again, it looked like the start of the race was not what he was hoping for and fell really back early on. But again, this is why you always got to stick with it in these races. You never know how it can go. And all that battling, and obviously a combination of all that battling and some really good laps, he's able to get back into it, able to be in the lead here with 3 to go. Now, I think they should be able to set sail from Roman at this point. Again, they're on the better tire compound. They got a bit of a gap now. They should be able to get away from Roman. So it looks like it's going to be between Matt and Luke for the win yet again. Oh, my God. Wow, Opix and Blake both going super wide. Wow, that was pretty close. But we've seen that happen. We've seen that happen multiple times with multiple drivers. That first section of the track is very tricky. And if you want to keep speed, you got to send it. But if you send it a little too hard, you run the risk of going wide, getting into the grass, getting off track. And again, we've seen it multiple times, and who knows, we may see it happen again before this race is over, which is going to be, again, very shortly. We're on 3 to go. We're coming to 2 to go. Opix trying to recover from that off-track rally action, seeing if he can get back by Slaunch here. Slaunch trying to recover. Obviously not the start of the race that he was hoping for. And now he's back in 5th, and he's trying to just get the best finish that he can. Can he maybe get back to Blake? Possibly. It's going to be difficult, but he possibly could. So we'll see. We'll follow that, see how that goes. All right, here we go. On to Luke's onboard, and this is, again, with 2 to go. 2 to go now for the win here in Moto 2. Big gains in the braking zone. Matt and Luke both on the curbs right there. You see the 2-wheel action. Not holding anything back at this point because this is for the win. Oh, Matt definitely hung it out a little bit far left right there on that exit, but he did hold the line that he needed to. But will Luke be able to take advantage of the draft here to maybe make a pass happen? Yup, it looks like he's getting a little bit of draft at the end of the straightaway. Is it going to be enough to go for the move? He decides at the end that it is. He's going to go for the send to the inside. Really close, maybe like a little bit of contact right there. And Luke's going to get the pass done just barely. And this is going to be going into the white flag lap as well. It's going to be going into the last lap. Does Matt have anything for Luke here to try to retake that lead? So here we go. We're coming around the final corner, entering the final lap. And again, Matt needs to try to make a big run here if he wants to have another shot at the win. So let's see if he can do it. Here we go. There you see it. Top right corner, lap 16. This is the final one that we are running. Final time around all of these corners around this great track. See if Matt can get a good run through the first sector here to try to have some momentum into the back half of the lap. Try to make this move around Luke. I think what he needs is to be close enough going into the straightaway so that he can take advantage of that draft a little bit. So he needs to stay pretty close to him here if he can. Get a good run off of this corner. And judging by that gap, yeah, it looks like 0.6 in the interval. I think he's got enough. I think he's definitely going to get some draft here for sure. Yep, take a look at the interval. Watch the interval all the way down this straightaway. You can see Matt, it's very, very slow, but he's gaining just a little bit. He gained, I think, almost 3 or 4 tenths. Down that straightaway, so he kept it close. That's that draft advantage. Gained a lot of time right there. Going into the final chicane, what's he got to do? He's pretty far back. He sends it. Oh, makes contact. Here we go. Going into the final corners. Big send on the inside. Big jump on the curbs. Is it going to be enough? Luke way out to the outside. And coming around. Oh, no, Matt can't keep it on track. He's off track into the sand. Gave it a good effort. But going to come home second here. Luke going to take the win. Let's take a look at some replay action there. Yeah, the massive slam from way back, trying to get himself back in the game. And then the cheesy send to the inside there, doing everything he could to try to have a chance at the end of this race. But yeah, not able to keep it close enough on track right there. Just super tight to the inside and really hard to make that corner when you're entering that shallow. Let's take a look. We had some other action on the final lap. This is Roman. Oh, wow. Roman and Slaunch. Slaunch got all the way to Roman. And was fighting him. This is for podium. Oh, no. Roman forces him off track into the sand. What happened there? I'm going to get some more replay action on this one. Oh, and Slaunch is going to go all the way back as well. He's not going to go all the way back to last. Unfortunately, Detail is not close enough to take advantage of any of that. But Slaunch will lose 2 positions. And on the complete opposite end, take a look at this. Opix. Blake goes off track as well. Blake goes off track just barely as well. I'm not sure why. And Opix is going to pick up 2 positions on the last lap. What the hell? Where did that come from? I see Detail going to be finishing 7th again. Unfortunately, not close enough. He could have took advantage of a lot of that, but just wasn't in the right position to be able to do so. And you see Slaunch just trying to get that run, trying to set up that inside, got into Roman a little bit. And I guess Roman not feeling too happy about that. Forces him off track here aggressively into the sand. They both get into the sand, but obviously Slaunch's is a lot worse. He's going to not have a chance of taking that podium. He's going to lose another 2 spots on top of that. And yeah, there you see Slaunch just trying to find the right timing, obviously having the speed with the softs at the end, and Roman not having it. Wow, that is a cheesy finish. We'll definitely have to get some some reports from the stewards on that one. I don't know how that one's going to fly, but either way, crazy finish to the race. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh my God, yeah, we had the post-race action. Everybody taking out the frustration here at the end. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely another crazy race, and yeah, super exciting finish. Cheese for so many different positions there at the very end, and another exciting race. And we're gonna go on to Watkins Glen next. It's a big, a hugely anticipated one. Been looking forward to racing Watkins Glen ever since we started doing Forza stuff, so don't miss that one. Hope you guys enjoyed it again. See you there.